Hi everybody, welcome to this 87th live stream on this Monday, December 6th. Great to see you again. I want to say hi to Frank Geyer in Connecticut, Fred Tepfer, Silvano Raffo from northeastern Italy, where you can't decide if it's almost winter or not. Jonathan Glass, I was looking forward to some Dave Brubeck. It's Dave Brubeck's birthday today, I believe. Molly Shen in Portland, Maine, where it's silvery soft in between rain showers. It's kind of magical. Perfect backdrop for some music with Dan this afternoon. Cameron J. Danielle Perlong, who's in Switzerland. Ron Rosenthal. Mike Seitz in West Virginia. Lori Wilson. Losi Pfeiffer, Losi and William, hi. Nora Kavanagh, who's in Scotland, my dear friend Nora. Joyce Glasgow, David Shine in the Grain Mountains. Wow, great. Valeria in Firenze in Italy. Music Art in Gdansk, Poland. Anik Lafarge in Hudson. And Carol McGoffin in windy Vermont. Great to have you all here. So yeah, as I was mentioning, it's Dave Brubeck's birthday today, and I have played some Dave Brubeck before on this show. In fact, I think it was just about a year ago that I was in Stockholm playing at the German ambassador Anna Prince's residence, playing some concerts there, and I did a special Monday live stream from there where we played Take 5 in Dave Brubeck's honor. But Take 5 was written by Paul Desmond, the saxophonist in the Dave Brubeck Quartet, and it wasn't written by Dave Brubeck. So today I woke up and asked myself, do I actually know any compositions written by Dave Brubeck? And I remembered a couple. Yeah, Silvano Raffo says with Robert E. Keys, and yeah, indeed, that live stream was with Robert E. Keys, amazing percussionist who lives in Stockholm. Hi also to Chris Breitner in Ottawa, Canada, and Gianni Morlenbaum Gualberto, and Steve Cantor too. So yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I can remember some of these tunes. The first one that came to mind is it's a raggy waltz. It's a raggy waltz. I think I learned that when I was probably 17, something like that. Okay, and I think I'm gonna try doing it with some disclavier drums. Let's see what happens. It's a Raggy Waltz by Dave Brubeck, whose birthday it is today. Steve Cantor says, ooh, nice, quote, treatment. And Cameron Krug says, happy Monday, Dan. What a cool piece. Love these descending sixth and left hand. I recently listened to Alan Broadbent's album of Brubeck compositions with the London Metropolitan Orchestra, Developing Story. It's stimulating and tasteful with inventive arrangements and nice grooves. Acoustics are sterling and lush, as would be expected from the recording at Abbey Road Studio. Yeah, Alan Broadbent is a phenomenal arranger. I think I've mentioned this a long time ago, but I really think he's one of the best living jazz arrangers for strings. No doubt. He's among the very top. Really, really phenomenal arranger. And great pianist, too. Somebody mentioned The Duke, which is, Gianni Morlenbaum Gualberto mentioned The Duke, which is a song I've never actually learned, but I think I might read it, if you'll indulge me. Let's try this. The Duke by Dave Brubeck. Frank Geyer says, I guess this is about Duke Ellington. It sure sounds like it, and there's an elegance about the composition. Well, you know what I find interesting about this is that indeed it's got to be about Duke Ellington, but it quotes conceptually a moment from a composition of the Duke Ellington Orchestra, which was not written by Duke Ellington. You know, this moment here, I'm going to take these screws out of the piano. That moment, for me, and I think most jazz musicians, directly references the end of Lush Life. How's that go? Sorry. I can't remember the key it's in. Oh boy. I'm going to have to remember this. Here we go. Okay, so that moment, that that beautiful contrary motion, which, by the way, the John Coltrane quartet, when they play Lush Life, they don't do that contrary motion. They just go parallel to the melody, and I think that really robs the song of something essential. But that beautiful contrary motion is really a trademark of Lush Life, and here Brubeck does. So there's two lines going in opposite directions in contrary motion, and I think it is a direct reference to Lush Life. It has to be, but what's funny is that Lush Life was written not by Duke Ellington, but by Billy Strayhorn. Mike Seitz says, I love that progression, and yeah, indeed. It's a very, very beautiful one. Joyce Glasgow says, fire spears in the hearth of orange, yellow, and red, flicking, dancing upward, hypnotic and warm. And Mike Seitz says, especially when the sonority spread way out. Yeah, something about that. Contrary motion is always great. You know, that's one of the first things you learn in counterpoint is that melodies that move in opposite directions can never be bad, really, because you can't have any parallel motion with contrary motion. You can't have parallel fifths, you can't have parallel octaves. So, yeah. There's another one of Duke Ellington's that I remembered, that I learned, and what is it called again? Oh yeah, In Your Own Sweet Way. In Your Own Sweet Way. Beautiful song. But I thought that maybe before I play that, I would play a free improvisation, because on December 16th, I'm playing at the Strathmore in Washington, D.C., and I'm playing my program Inventions, Reinventions, in which I play the Inventions by Bach, and for the missing keys, in other words, the keys for which he did not write an invention, I do a free improvisation, and I improvise this concept of an invention. And I need to practice that a little bit. So I'm going to do a free improvisation, and I was going to ask you for a key and a time signature, and maybe also if you could give me a theme, just give me like 4 or 5 numbers between 1 and 7. So I need a key, a time signature, and a theme, just 4 or 5 numbers between 1 and 7. Those are the degrees of a scale. Okay, Dominique Duval says C sharp minor. Okay, good key. And Renana Gutman, hi Renana, nice to have you here. Says 8-4-3-7. Okay, that'll work. 8-4-3-7. Okay, C sharp minor, 8-4-3-7. I'm just taking the first ones that came up, and I still need a time signature. Oh, and Dominique Duval says 3-4. All right, so we got C sharp minor, 3-4, and 8-4-3-7 is our theme. So if I'm in C sharp minor, 8-4-3-7 is 8-4-3-7. If I'm doing a major 7. That's with the minor 7th. That's a cool theme. Cool theme, very intervallic. So in different keys, it's going to sound different. Like, for example, if I modulate to, I could go to the major 4. That's a key that you can go to if you're in a minor key. So that would be F sharp major. So 8-4-3-7 in F sharp major would be. So that should be fun. Okay, 3-4. Wait, Renana Gutmann has edited her submission. 4-3-7-2 is what you want. So 4-3-7-2, 4-3-7-2. That's also nice. I like that skip. That's really nice. Let's do that. 4-3-7-2. Yeah, I said no 8, but 8 is just the same as 1, right? So Renana, which one do you want? Jane Eyre McDonald says, wonderful reference to you in NYT on December 3rd. Oh. I don't think I'm aware of that. Or maybe she's talking about Renana, Renana's a wonderful pianist. I think 4-3-7-2 is nice. 4-3-7-2. That's really nice. Yeah. Okay, so free improvisation with that theme, 4-3-7-2, in C sharp minor and in 3-4. So let's try it. Okay. That was fun. I really liked that one. That was a good theme. It's a cool theme because you know what was really good about that theme? This is a little technical, but it expressed the chord that it was in because of that first 4/3. You know, very much expresses what chord it's in at that moment. But then that part is really referencing the dominant of that chord. So you have simultaneously the answer and then the question. Very cool theme. Thank you, Renana. And thanks also for the key and the time signature which were nice too. Freda Tepfer says it's dance-like because of the time signature. Yeah, it's a waltz, right? Molly Shen says, gorgeous and awesome. Thank you so much, Molly. And Kel McGoffin says, hauntingly beautiful. Thank you very much. And Renana Gutman says, Janacek transformed in Lefferts Gardens, which is where I live. He also loves C-sharp minor. Wow, so missed hearing your amazing improv, super form proportion. Oh, thank you so much, Renana. Long time no see. And Davor Jepina says, hi Dan, thanks for the Zagreb Jazz Festival. That was so fun. I was in Zagreb in Croatia December 9th, I believe. It's amazing to think that was just November 9th. That was just about a month ago. It was really, really special to be out there. Frank Geyer says, this takes us from Bach to the present day, maybe skipping atonal. Yeah, maybe, why don't I do an atonal improv? I haven't done anything like that in a long time. I'm gonna try a completely atonal improvisation. Maybe I'll get another theme from you guys. That would be fun too. Just give me a series of numbers, not too long, otherwise I won't be able to remember it. But yeah, numbers, and this time let's make them between 1 and 12, so that it's chromatic. So before I was asking for a theme where the numbers were between 1 and 7 because we're talking about diatonic music. But now I'd like numbers between 1 and 12 because we're talking about the chromatic scale, because I want to do something atonal. Silvano Raffo says 1, 2, 1, 3, 7. So if we're talking about the 12 tones of the chromatic scale, then that would be 1, 2, 1, 3, 7. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And Silvano Raffo amends to 1, 2, 1, 3, 9. So that'd be 1, 2, 1, 3, 9. Right? No, 9 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. It's a little tonal. But I like this one. I like that. I think I'm going to do that. So that'd be 1, 2, 1, 3, 8. Let's try that. Okay, here we go. Oh, and maybe I'll use my looper. I think that'd be a good use for the good old looper. All right, here we go. All right, that was fun. Little atonal improvisation with a theme from Silvano Raffo. Be-do-be-be. Kind of got transformed into da-do-bo-be-da-be-bo with an extra note there. So more like 1, 2, 1, 3, 8, 8, 7. That's what it ended up being. Molly Shen says, I was going to ask for help in appreciating atonal music, but I came to really enjoy it. I think, yeah, the thing with atonal music is it's kind of like taking the emphasis off of the things that are so beautiful in tonal music and getting us to listen for all the other things. So, you know, for example, in tonal music, the just sonorities are so gorgeous that it can be easy to miss things like thematic development, for example. And when you go atonal, those things come more to the fore because there's less of that just like bed of beauty underneath it. Bruce Letty says, excellent mad scientist routine. And Danielle Prolong says, could listen to an album of this. Don't tempt me, Danielle. Silvano Raffo says, even the drawing took a weird but nice turn. And Itamar Erez, who's also a pianist, asks, what looper are you using, Dan? Love your use of it. So this is a looper I've programmed myself. It's just part of my Natural Machines project. There's a track on Natural Machines that's called Looper, and that's music that emerges from this program that I wrote. And it does all kinds of things that regular loopers don't do. So for instance, I could do something like this. So there's my loop, right? But I could invert it. Now it's upside down. I could also speed it up. And I could transpose it. And I could compress its range. I could also play it backwards. Some other options too. For example, if I record different layers, I can adjust the relative volumes of them. So for instance, let's say that one layer is like this. That's my first layer. And let's say I record another layer that's up here. So now I'm going to adjust. So you could hear how I was individually adjusting the volumes of these of the two layers independently, and so that's something, another feature of this looper that I wrote, and I keep adding features to it. Shall we play another Dave Brubeck song? Yeah, we talked about I can't remember the title. In Your Own Sweet Way, one of Dave Brubeck's most classic compositions. Itamar Erez asks, "Is this looper program available somewhere to purchase?" So cool. Thanks, Itamar. It's not. It's none of this software I've written. I haven't put it in a form where it would really be useful to other people, because it's like, yeah, it's not a compiled program. I'm running the code from scratch every time, and it's just like very homemade. It would take a lot of work to put it in a form that would make sense to share with other people. Okay, I think I'm going to do In Your Own Sweet Way also with some Disclavier drums. So I'm going to put some screws back in the piano. That is important, and will only take a sec. I've been wanting to find a different way of doing this. I've seen people use pieces of wood in the piano rather than screws. I've experimented with that, but I haven't really gotten it to sound great. But I think it'd be cool to explore that. Okay, so here's Dave Brubeck's In Your Own Sweet Way, assuming I can remember it. In Your Own Sweet Way by Dave Brubeck. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun playing with the disclavier drum thing. It just kind of immediately puts things in a different place. Bruce Letty says, Dan, you make Mondays so much better. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, Bruce. It also makes my Mondays better to do this, believe it or not. Bob McWilliams says, excellent. And Dundalk School of Music says, wonderful. Where are you, Dundalk School of Music? I don't think we've seen you here before. Bob McWilliams points out that the composition of Dave Brubeck's I just played, In Your Own Sweet Way, is probably his best known composition and a great one. Joyce Glasgow has an image for this. Santa's elves construct metal toys clanging in the North Pole workshop as tiny kinetic robots emerge to delight the world's children. With their blinking red eyes and silly movements, reindeer wait to whisk away these creations across the skies to lands far and wide. I had no idea that I was playing a Christmas song just now, but turns out I was. Very appropriate on December 6th. A little early, but not bad. I think it might be time to say goodbye. It's been an hour, and I don't want to overstay my welcome. Renana Gutman says, "Cool, cool, 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 crazy groove. Sounds like freedom." Thanks, Renana. I enjoyed when we were talking about rhythm. Renana again is an excellent classical pianist, and we talked about rhythm a lot, the two of us, and it's a fun thing to talk about. Carl McGoffin says, it was just a fascinating piece. Loved it as always. Well, thank you. And Bob McWilliams says, always leave them wanting more, as the saying goes. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm not very good at that. I tend to want to just hang out. I'm going to take this opportunity to say a huge thank you to my supporters on Patreon, who truly make these shows possible. I think we're going to have a Zoom Q&A pretty soon, where instead of my just reading your comments, we can actually talk face to face, as it were. So I'm looking forward to that. And I've been posting regularly the scores, the PDF scores of the songs that I wrote during the pandemic. George Thomas Wilson, hi Tommy, says, sorry I missed most of this, but glad to catch these last few minutes. Hope everyone has a great week. And Mike Sykes says, how about something really short and sweet and unique to finish off 3 minutes? Jane Eyre McDonald, thank you for mentioning that New York Times article. I'll check it out. I appreciate it. And Molly Shen says, Stevie Wonder tune still in our future. Yes. I promised I would learn a Stevie Wonder tune. I definitely want to do that, and I will. We also talked about Prince. Okay, maybe one last very quick thing. What could that be? I think I'll play Solar in 12 keys. Solar in 12 keys. I was modulating up a half step every chorus with the canon at the octave algorithm from Natural Machines. Thanks to you all for being here today. It's been a lot of fun playing for you, and I'll see you next week. Oh, if you have any friends who are in Washington, D.C., as I mentioned, I'm playing my program Inventions, Reinventions on December 16th at the Strathmore, which is in Bethesda, Maryland. So it's just a little bit north of D.C. Really, really nice hall, and please let them know. Thanks again, and take care, you guys. I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.